Hey everybody, this is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. I have an interesting topic today, and I may catch a little bit of hell for it because I know it's contrary to the way that a lot of people think. But I'm just going to offer uh, some insight onto how I think about this issue. And it's okay for you to disagree, but once you hear me out, you may just agree with what I'm saying. Okay. I have noticed that a lot of more mature people who are working out, consistently keeping themselves in shape, they tend to look back in time and they say, I want to be as fit as I was when I was 20 years old or when I was 15. I mean, sometimes they get a little bit ridiculous. When I was 15 years old or something. And this could be somebody who is, 35, 45, even 55 years old, saying that they want to essentially go back to what they were when they were 20 or 25. And I would just like to posit that I think that is hustling backwards. Okay. I don't really look at things that way at all. I think it's hustling backwards. Okay. So let me just say something to the young people first. Okay. So I'm talking, when I say young, I mean people who are maybe 35 and below. That's what I would consider still young. If you're young, let's say you're 20, 25, 30, whatever it is, when you're working out, one of the things that you should be inspired by is someone who's older than you, who's in great shape. You want to be able to look at that person and be able to look up at them, figuratively speaking. Even if, like, I'm a small guy, so you're probably not going to be, literally looking up to me. I'm not very big. But I would hope that, there are people who are younger than me who could look up to me and say, okay, when I'm, that guy's age, I want to be as active as he is, and I want to have that same kind of energy, that same kind of healthy, healthy energy, that lifestyle that, I want to be like him when I'm his age. Okay. This is the natural order of things. Okay. If you're a young person, you should be looking towards someone who's older, more mature, more accomplished, and you're looking at that person and saying that's a template for me. Okay. So that's fine. Okay. Let me address people who are not spring chickens anymore. Okay. So you're middle-aged or older. This is, I think you get into some mistaken thinking when you start looking back at someone who's in their 20s or even their teens, and you're saying, I want to be able to compete with that, or I want to go back to that. I think that's hustling backwards. Your job is to be the best version of yourself, to be the total package. Okay? The total package. The total package. The total package. Health, constructive relationships, wealth, knowledge, and purpose. Okay? So you want the young folks to be looking at you saying, I want to be like that. You're not supposed to be going in the opposite direction. You're the template. Okay? You're the inspiration. That's the natural order of things. So what I'm getting at here is what you want to do, especially when you're training. If you're a 50 something year old man, for example, and you're thinking to yourself, I want to compete with the 20-year-old young man in the gym, okay, you're hustling backwards thinking. No. What you want to do is you want to be extremely strong and healthy, energetic, compared to people in your age group. In other words, compared to your peers. So if you're 55 years old, a 20-year-old is not your peer. You understand? I think this should really be sinking in here. Okay. So you're not competing with him. That's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous. Okay. However, when you're comparing yourself to your peers, you want to be the one who is on top of his game and the one who's clearly ahead of the curve compared to your peers. Okay. So maybe compared to somebody who's, if you're 55, maybe compared to somebody who's, 45 or, 60 or something like that, you're just in really, really good shape, and really your health is good. You look great. You got energy. Okay. Focus on that. I think it's really a mistake not to value the fact that you have matured, you have accomplished things, you are an achiever, okay? And you are someone who is an inspiration to other people who are coming up behind you. Now, you can always learn new things from people who are younger than you. You can learn things from people who are very young. But what I'm saying is, don't hustle backwards. You're not trying to become them. They should be trying to become you. They should be trying to get where you are, not the other way around. Okay. And I also want to just mention the obvious. It's really a losing battle. If you're a 50, 55-year-old man, 45-year-old man, look, they say father time is undefeated. It's trying to compete with, somebody who's 20, 25 years old. It's just ridiculous. Okay. If they really want to whip you physically, they can do it. If they, you can try your hardest, but the fact of the matter is, you have to accept that the 20, 25-year-old is going to have a physical advantage on you if you're 55. It's just what it is. Okay. But again, you're not competing with them. You're not competing with them. Okay. So if you're a little bit older, middle-aged, more mature, be the inspiration. Do not hustle backwards. Let the young men and women look up to you and say, that's where I want to go. When I get to their age, I want to look like them. I want to feel like them. All right. Leave you with that today. Just think about it. I know it may conflict with how you've been thinking about things, because some people really do, want to kind of find that fountain of youth and turn the clock back. But what I'm saying is, I do believe that is a mistake. I believe that's hustling backwards. So just think about it. Think about what I'm saying. You may agree, you may not agree, but hopefully I did give you something valuable to think about. Take that with you. Talk to you next time.